students. In first video we discussed the properties of magnet. In that we study the attractive property and poles of magnets. Today we will start from the third property is a directive property. A bar magnet is freely suspended. It will swing until its one end points toward the north pole of the earth and other toward the south pole of the earth. Means, in other words, a freely suspended magnets come to the rest always in a north-south directions. In figure, a bar magnet suspended from a thread which is tied to the wooden stand. We called it a freely suspended magnet because it is free to move in any direction. The thread does not prevent it from swinging in any direction. The end of magnet which point toward the north direction is called north seeking, means the north pole of magnet, and the end of magnet which point toward the south direction is called south pole of magnet. The south pole of magnet has been marked as S and north pole is marked as N. Before we study how to find the directions by using the freely suspended magnet, we should know that the various directions on the earth. The four major directions are north, south, east and west. The sun always rises in the morning from the east direction. The property of freely suspended magnet to align itself always along the north-south of the earth is used to find the directions at the unknown places. For a century, travelers on the land and at a sea have been using this property of magnet to find the direction. In olden days, the traveler to far off the places used to carry the natural magnet, which were strips of magnetite and thread with them. They used to find the direction along their way by suspending the natural magnet with thread. Later on, when the artificial magnet were available and the instrument or device called compass was developed by the scientists to find the directions more conveniently. In compass, the magnet is not suspended from thread. A tiny magnet or a small magnet in a compass is free to rotate on a pivot or pin. It is called freely pivoted magnet. Just like a freely suspended magnet, the freely pivoted magnet also come to the rest along with the north and south directions. The compass is an instrument to find the directions at a place. A compass is based on the property of freely pivoted magnet aligned the north-south direction. Compass has a small magnet in the form of needle which rotate freely on a pin. The pivoted magnetic needle of the compass is enclosed in a small brass box having a glass top. Thus, the compass needle is a tiny magnet which can rotate freely on a pivot. The compass has a circular dial with the various direction mark on it. The needle of compass always come to the rest along the north and south directions. The pole of compass needle is painted with a different color to distinguish it from the south pole. The differently painted end of the compass needle is its north pole and always show the north direction of the earth. In order to find the direction at a place, the compass is kept on the flat surface at a place. The needle of compass will soon come to the rest, means become a stationary for along with the north and south directions. The compass is then rotated until the painted end of the needle is toward the north mark on the dial and other end of needle toward the south mark on the dial. So we can find the directions or any direction by looking at the dial of the compass. Then our next point is the separating the two poles of a magnet means is the attraction and repulsion of the magnetic poles. If we hold one bar magnet in our left hand and another similar bar magnet in a right hand and bring the two ends of the magnet close to one another, then our hand can feel a force of attraction or repulsion. Whether a magnet will attract or repel another is depend on the poles of magnet facing each other. First, when we place two magnets in such a way that the north pole of one magnet face the north pole of other magnet, then they repel means push away each other. When the two magnets are placed near to each other in such a way that south pole of one faces the south pole of other, then also they repel means push away other. From that, we can say that the like poles or the similar poles repel each other, and we try to place the bar magnet on the equal size on the above the other, means the north pole or place on the second bar magnet of the south pole, then they attract each other, means the unlike pole attract each other. So we can say that the north pole brought near to the north pole repel, and south pole brought near to the south pole repel, means the like magnetic poles repel each other and the unlike magnetic poles attract each other. Then our next point is a test for the magnetism. Suppose we are given two identical bars of iron, one of which is a magnet and other is the ordinary bar of iron. We want to find out which of them is a magnet. We can do this by using any object made up of the iron or steel, such as a paper clip or safety pin, as follow. Take the both identical bars of iron near a paper clip one by one. The iron bar which attract the paper clip so that the paper clips stick to it, so it will be a magnet, and the iron bar which does not attract the paper clip will be an ordinary bar of an iron or is not a magnet. Then our next point is making magnets. Magnets can be made from the magnetic substances. Such substances can be easily converted into magnets by the physical methods such as a single touch method and double touch method. The temporary magnet are those artificial magnets that lose their magnetism as soon as causes their magnetism is removed. Let us start with the single touch method. In this method, we use a bar magnet to make a permanent magnet from a magnetic material. Place an iron bar that has a magnetized or a non-magnetic surface such as a wood, a bar magnet, and placed its north pole at one end of this iron bar. Drag the magnet slowly on the iron bar from its one end to other without lifting. Now lift the magnet and bring it back to the starting position. Repeat this process 30 to 40 times with the same speed. Remove the bar magnet and bring an iron nail near the iron bar to check if it has become a magnet, and if not, then repeat the process for a few more times. Then keep in mind not to change the poles of magnet or the direction of a movement. Then our second method is the double touch method. In this method, we use the two bar magnets of equal strength to make a permanent magnet from the magnetic material. For example, an iron bar. In the double touch method, we use the two bar magnets of equal strength to make a permanent magnet for a magnetic material, for example, an iron bar.